There is a common spiritual concept that states that we came here not to be happy, but to learn whatever lessons we need in this lifetime. Therefore, happiness isn't what we should strive for on our spiritual path. Rather, we should seek to understand why we are here and what we need to learn. And often, learning is not comfortable and implies struggle. But I believe that the most important lesson for humanity at the moment to learn is how to experience, embrace, and live in happiness for an extended period of time. How to be in joy without having fear and pain and greediness attached to it. And strangely enough, this is a lesson that many people cannot handle. Let's face it, we are all pretty good already in tolerating and soldiering through the difficulties, the hard lessons, the pain and the fear. We are used to withstanding unhappiness. That is how we have lived our lives, generation after generation, in war with ourselves and others and life itself. We are used to living in fear and defense. But when it comes to happiness and joy, it's hard for us to accept it. We simply don't know how to yet, because we haven't had enough experience with it to learn how to deal with it in a correct way. The fact that we have still not learned this lesson is a sign that we are resisting our development, our personal and collective evolution. The times now require us to live in happiness, and yet we are, like fearful spiritual kids, resisting. We are hiding behind our old, destructive mind patterns of fear and smallness and not being worthy, or perhaps behind the extreme opposite of false confidence, power games, and false authority. Regardless of how it manifests, our resistance all comes from the same lack of self-worth, the same fears, the same inner smallness. It is time to pay attention to how we can draw happiness to us, face it, look it straight in the face without an urge to run away immediately, or cling to it in terror of losing it. Time to be able to face happiness with our arms wide open in welcome and our hearts wide open to receive, without the urge to contract back into our fearful selves. Time to fully embrace all the overwhelming happiness, joy, and abundance. It is time for the lesson of nourishment and satisfaction, and for the mentality of a victim that doesn't deserve good things, never gets anything, and never succeeds in anything, to melt away. The lesson of happiness is the biggest lesson for all of us to learn.